No money. No money's enough. He left a comment. Shout out to them. And I actually agree with the comment. I agree. He says the difference is that mixed men don't get with white women and feel the need to disrespect mixed women to make white women feel good. Mixed women get with black men and start disrespecting mixed men to make black men feel good. Bingo. You're absolutely correct, sir. You're absolutely correct. Okay, I'm not denying that. Okay, my thing is this. You got certain content creators on these YouTube streets who claim to be pro-mulatto, and really they're not pro-mulatto, because when you look at their content, all they do is attack other so-called mulatto people and tear them down, including me. So they're not really pro-mulatto at the end of the day. They're just doing whatever they're doing so they can have some attention and some clout, and because they ain't really got nothing else to talk about anyways. So my thing is this: for these certain content creators that's doing what they're doing, yeah, you got certain content creators that's, talking crazy about mixed women, right? And I understand why they're talking crazy about mixed women. I get it. I understand the logic behind it. My thing is this, though. Is that going to solve anything? Is that a masculine way to handle things? Because it's not a masculine way to handle anything, and it's not going to solve anything. Maybe we could just focus on the women that like us. Monoracial women, we shouldn't have any problem getting with regular black women or regular white women. Okay, so we could just do that and then move on with our lives, become successful, get your money up, self-improve on yourself, focus on the women that actually like us. And that's the best. Success is the best revenge, man. Success is always going to be the best revenge, man. Brushing people off, ignoring them, and just becoming successful. That's the best revenge ever. So I don't get nothing from sitting here crying and complaining and talking trash about mixed women because they talk trash about us, okay? They talk trash about us. Me talking trash about them is not going to solve anything. You know what is going to solve the problem? Me becoming successful and focusing on the women that actually like me. I ain't got no problem getting black women. I ain't got no problem getting with white women. So I'm going to just focus on them. Right? I'm going to focus on them. I'm already talking to women right now. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to just focus on the women that I'm talking to, the women that like me. And I'm going to just become successful and just focus on self-improvement. That's the best revenge ever. That's the best revenge ever. If we were to all... Imagine if mixed race men, imagine if these clowns, right, that's talking crazy about mixed women and talking crazy about me and other mixed race men, right? Imagine if those dudes would have actually been about what they claim to be about. What if they were actually truly pro-mulatto like they claim, and they would have come together, if we were to all come together, right? All come together as a group. Let's focus on improving ourselves. Let's not worry about what mixed women got to say about us. Let's focus on this. Eventually, the mixed woman is going to peep that out anyways. They're going to peep out like, they're not bothered by what people are saying about them. They're just focused on improving. They're coming together and they're just improving on themselves and focusing on the women that they attract. Look at that. Don't you think that'll make us more attractive in the mixed woman's eyes? I think it would. I think it would make us more attractive from their point of view. Like, these dudes ain't even worried about us. And they still getting girls. That's the best revenge ever, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what solves the problem. Sitting around crying and complaining about it and then talking trash back to them is not going to solve anything. That's my point. That's the whole point I'm trying to make. So this point right here, I agree with it. I understand that. I agree with you. I know that already. I get it. But my point is that what's going to solve the problem by sitting around crying and complaining about it? That's my thing. That's all. So that's just something to think about. Is crying and complaining about it, is that going to solve anything? Is talking about it going to solve anything? I don't even think that's going to solve it. I think the best thing to do is to ignore it, brush it off, and focus on ourselves, right? There's another group of men, right? And I need to make a separate series of content talking about this. There's another group of men who share a very, very similar plight to the light-skinned black man and the mulatto man in America. Which group of men am I talking about? I'm talking about the East Asian man. There's another group of women who are very awfully similar to the mulatto woman and the light-skinned black woman of America. Do you know which woman I'm talking about? I'm talking about the East Asian woman. All right? That's going to be for some future content. We're gonna dive into that in some very near future content. Okay? But you see what East Asian men do? Do you see East Asian men? Because they go through a very similar plight. But guess what? East Asian men, you know what they do? They continue to focus on themselves. They continue to self-improve. And that's why they're winning right now. They don't sit around crying and complaining about what their women got to say about them. Because their women do something very similar, but they don't do it with the dark-skinned black man. They go and do it with the white man. But we're going to talk about that in some near future content. But with that being said, thank you for your comment. I agree with you. But my point is the point that I just made. So